Okay, what is up everyone? Welcome to tonight's stream on the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. If you are joining me in the chat, great to have you with us as always. And if you join us on the VOD, appreciate you checking out the challenge and the channel. A happy new year to everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Appreciate all the love and support as always. Just going to do a quick check on the audio as usual when I can pick it up on the phone with me. It's coming in okay on OBS. A happy new year to everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. Okay, I'm just going to make sure things are coming in okay on the sound. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right, I think we can kick off. If there are any audio issues, let me know down below, either in the chat or in the comments. That would be great. So, where did we finish up last time? So, quick recap. We had a lot of attempts versus BFA, and it required some initial setup that we can get from Seymour Omnis. So that's fine. We eventually, on New Year's Day, technically, it was around about 12:30 in the morning. So basically just into 2026, we actually managed to defeat BFA in the challenge legitimately. So we've got the victory, which is excellent. However, what was established on stream then was we didn't go into the Yu Yevon fight. So we're yet to fight Yu Yevon. And to be honest, I don't even know if that's possible, considering what setup we're having to use in this fight. Now, the other thing is, though, we didn't do BFA Deathless, and it was established in that live stream that we would try and do this Deathless because we're not that far away. Now, I have done some testing offline as well, and it's proving to be quite difficult. The long and the short of it is, we can get to a position where we can get Trio on, and we can get him into the second phase, and we've got, I think it's one turn to play with. So, doing an overdrive isn't enough. Like with Tidus, we haven't got attack reels. We've already used Lulu's Fury. So, one of our only options at the time was to bring in a summon, and i.e. Bahamut or Shiva, try and tank some attacks, get them either to dismiss or kill the Aeon, and then we can almost like reset the CTB. But turns out that that's not the case. That's not going to be possible. I just can't seem to figure out the turn order, BFA's turns, etc. when an Aeon comes in and out of battle. It's very hard to dictate how that is going to work between BFA, the Aeon, and the characters. So, the conclusion I've come to is that, and I've got a couple of new ideas, because the conclusion I've come to is, for Aeons, I think the only thing we can do with Aeons is finish BFA off. So, what that means is that either we get we get 5 times quad 9 times 2 with Riku, which is 99,000, and then we add on a Bahamut overdrive, which would take us to the victory, or we do 9 times quad 9 and we do a Bahamut overdrive plus, I'm hoping, another 8,000 damage somewhere. Maybe 2 Fire Argus, maybe. So, it's looking pretty possible. And it's just we need to get that. We need to get into that position where we've got a Tidus turn and someone else's turn, or a Riku turn and someone else's turn to bring Yuna in. Now, here's where the new strategy I've got in mind comes in. There are 2 new things I can see us doing, potentially 3, right? Number one is we tank his attacks in the first phase. Number two, and I've got some ideas on how to do that. Number two is that we do a combination of slowing down and then destroying the pagodas. And number three is there's a potential necessity for us to use Auron's Overdrive, Banishing Blade. I guess the fourth thing is we won't be summoning until the final shot or the final like battle. The other thing is we may have to hack some stuff in just to test this, and I'm talking some serious hacking. We may even need to go back to then the fins to get the specific drops, or because it's actually going to affect how we approach Overdrive Sin, how we approach Omnis, etc. But there is one thing I've overlooked, and that is Auto Shell, which is 100% doable using the Magic Urn. But I'm going to use that as kind of a get out of jail free card. However, if it turns out that Auto Shell is the key to victory here, and I'll explain why when we're going through my new strat, I will be doing 1 or 2 streams, or even 3, no matter how long it takes, to get those 80 Lunar Curtains. Now, right now, how many have we got? We've got 12, so we're only 68 short. And I think we get 3, so that's 30, that's 23 steals from the Magic Urn, basically, that we need to get in order to get Auto Shell. So it's perfectly doable, right? And that's why I'm considering it as a viable option. So that's the rant out the way. That's the summary. Just going to check in on the chat. We have got the poll going live if you are joining me in the chat tonight. Much like Luke Goblin 20, my man. How's it going, brother? Great to see you in the chat tonight. Sup, Jeet Gamer, sup, my man. Great to see you, buddy. Always good to see you in the chat, my man. Hope things are good. Happy New Year to you. I know you were live on the New Year's Eve stream, so Happy New Year to you. I know you wished you that then. But yeah, we have got the chat poll going live. What do you want to see more of from Jit Geek in 2026? I've got 3 projects lined up in terms of challenges. One's 95% edited, and I've got to do a couple of bits and then I can get it out. More of a kind of winter challenge. It was a Christmas challenge, but I've had to repurpose it to a winter challenge. Number 2 is a solo challenge. Number 3 is one of my favourite challenges I've ever done. I just need to get around to doing them. I've also got a couple of other bits lined up as well. So, and of course the NSG guide. I need to get that finished even as far as BFA. And it annoyed me because I've gone back to that footage and I didn't use Power Break on BFA and it pissed me off. So, anyway. So we've already got 1 vote in the chat. More of something else, let me know. So, what's LG saying? Why are you putting a poll when you know my answer? FFX Nuzlocke, Masters mod of FFX Nuzlocke plus Masters mod. My God. I mean, how would we go about doing that? That would have to be 1 steal, but I guess the Nuzlocke rules go out the window for the Masters mod. We'll probably have to do some form of modification to the Nuzlocke rules because we don't steal in the Masters mod. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, brother. But if you're talking about a combo between Nuzlocke and Masters mod, very interesting. Masters mod is definitely something on the horizon. I think it's a big playthrough, and I really enjoy seeing your ones, LG. So, or Expedition 33, I'll take it too. I'm waiting for that to come on sale, if I'm honest. And it didn't come on sale over Boxing Day, so I'm a bit disappointed. But yeah, maybe I can buy it for my birthday or something in March. Back to this, though, because I've got a couple of new ideas, and it's going to involve tanking Lady Una. Now, I am just going to set up. We're just going to do some testing. It's a shame we can't get a save state in. It was on the Steam Winter Sale. That might have been in your region then, pal, because it wasn't in mine. Let me just actually, I'm just going to double check. I'm just going to check the Steam store then now. Because as far as I'm aware, it wasn't on sale in the UK. Unless it's come on sale. Right, let's search the store. It's not even coming up. Is it on Steam? Store. Claire Obscure. It's just coming up with the hang on. It's because of my settings on Steam for some reason. Right, I don't want to view that. Yeah, deluxe edition 50 quid and normal edition 42. So if and when it does come on sale, so let me follow that and I'll add to my wish list. If that does come on sale, I will be buying it. Oh, it ended on the it was like 30 quid. Also got me Witcher 3 plus expansions for €10. Yeah, I bought Witcher 3 actually a couple of, I think it was a couple of years ago. I bought The Witcher Enhanced Edition, Assassins of Kings, and then Wild Hunt. I don't know if Wild Hunt is like the Enhanced Edition like you've got, but was going to get Metaphor 2, but didn't want to waste more money, yeah. I did end up buying as well 7, 8 Remastered, 9, Zodiac Age and 13, along with Shenmue 1, 2 and 3. I don't know if you've ever heard of Shenmue LG, but for those that are watching, classic old school RPG for the JRPG for the Dreamcast. What a banger of a game that was. So might do a bit of Shenmue and chill later on in the year, maybe something like that, or a bit of Witcher 3 and chill. Anyway, back to prep. So there is a couple of things that I do want to just start to look into. The trouble is we're gonna have to go through this all the time because we don't have an autosave after this fight. So let me just get Auron into something. That'll do. Right, Kimari's in that. So yeah, so the new strat is a combination of Silver Hourglass and then Supreme Gem. And also tank the attacks. So we're going to keep Tidus in SOS. We're going to give Yuna the Stoneproof, but I'm going to use Farplane to just bump her Stoneproof ring up, the one that we got way back in the Jose High Road. I'm just going to edit that. And I think what we can do is we can give her Auto Protect I'm going to hack in Auto Shell. Like I said, that's perfectly gettable. It's just going to take a lot of time to get that. So Auto Shell. And then we're also going to give her HP plus 30. Kimari, we've also got to boost up with some stuff. So I'm thinking, I mean, what's going to be more? 5% HP or magic defense plus 10%? We'll give him that, and we'll give him that. And then we can always give Auron... We can always give Auron now Stone Ward. And some additional HP. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference from Auron. Okay. The other thing I've actually realised as well is we may need to sack off all of the high potions. If we... There again, I don't think it's actually going to be necessary for us to get two... I think it's going to be too slow to try and get two Riku overdrives, so it really doesn't matter. So with that said, we'll just do that. So he's equipped with the good stuff. So is he. So is she. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, overdrive modes. Let's put these at... Comrade, no, Victor's best for Tidus. Comrade for the boys. You're not going to be able to survive anything. Sufferer's probably best for Riku. Just going back to the chat. The sale ended on the 5th. Yeah, I was a bit slow for the sale, but I'd got the the Final Fantasy stuff, I think, earlier in the year. It might have been like a Black Friday sale or something. So I got all of that. Shenmue 2 was the one I played. QTE, oh man, Shenmue 2 was decent. I mean, Shenmue 1, the OG, was busted, but Shenmue 2 was also good. It's just a shame they haven't finished it. I mean, there's all talks about Shenmue 4, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot can happen. Just a quick look at the Aeons, right? Because Magic 55, I think we're going to have to... Yeah, I think 2 Fire Arga's probably going to be best with Bahamut if we do get into a position where we can get Tidus and another character, or Riku, 2 uses and another character to finish BFA off. Remember, all of this is just in case we want to defeat it without losing a character. Because I think I got very lucky. And I can't remember, I don't know if you can let me know, LG, but I can't remember who actually died when we got the victory versus BFA. Anyway, let's go first attempt here, folks. What I am going to do is just bear with me. I'm just going to get the cutscene remover on. So yeah, so I'm on for about probably about an hour and 45 today. Probably need to get off about 8 o'clock my time. Oh, RAM is so expensive, man. I was having a look at some of the prices that I paid before, and now it's like, yeah, it's like 10, 15, 20x. Because of all these AI fucking data centers. Right, if I'm honest, it's the same start. It's the same start. In that we use a wing. And we're back into Tidus with Torque.
I won't lose.
It was Yuna. Okay. That's probably why we restarted then. Yeah, GPT, man. It's skyrocketed all the fucking PC prices. Now, here's where I think the first optimization comes in that we use a silver hourglass here because we've got one. Oh, I suppose we've only got one. Okay, so it doesn't delay them by much, but it does delay them, so that's fine. We've got to sneak in a supreme gem at some point as well. But I'm okay at the moment with them just healing it. The reason I've used a silver hourglass here though is because I'm guessing it buys me some turns. The other thing is it here where I can use power break? And is power break guaranteed? So let's bring Yuna in. Has Yuna got power break? Seems to be guaranteed. Now, the other thing actually I needed to do was probably customise Yuna with a better weapon. But I'm going to defend. And defend. So 359, that's fine. Now, can I get in? No. Does that palm strike then cause delay? Maybe someone quicker, you know, like Whacker. Yeah, GPT, man, making everything expensive, all these fucking data centers. So we can't get a second turn in with Riku here. I guess what we could do though is get a talking. Let's have a go at this. Everything delays apart from Jet Beam. Okay. Right, so the power waves are going to get rid of what's her name? Power break, but we can always reapply that. That's fine. No, so even Riku can't get another turn in. Tidus even with haste, doesn't get a turn here. That's ridiculous. The only thing to try here is another power break, and then see if we can get a heal in. Oh, she's got fucking shell. Okay, that rules that out then. So can we get another turn in with Riku? No. I mean, we're on death's door already because we've lost Tidus, but let's just see. 1327. Power break not work. Power break did work. He hasn't got defend. Big Baby J, my man, what's happening? Great to see you. Happy New Year to you, bro. Okay. I feel like we need to go back to the normal strats. There's just got to be a way to be able to either manipulate or understand the CTB once an Aeon comes in and out. Because last time we managed to get through phase 1 with the Aeon, and then the Aeon was dismissed, and then I think it was a Riku. Yuna got killed, and it was Riku and someone. Riku got an item off, and then Tidus was able to finish it off with a Blitz Ace. Yeah, that's only going to last until the pagoda turns. You see, I guess the strat I'm trying to do is to delay the pagodas, then get rid of them with a supreme gem. So almost like use power break whilst they're in slow, and then when I need to get rid of them, use a supreme gem. But it's just not, I just don't seem to have enough turns. You know what, I'm just going to, if you want a turn after summon leaves, you need to summon when there is a character turn between you. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Let's jump in, because I want to see if there's any extra turns we can buy now and again. On the win attempt, BFA did get a turn. He just attacked Yuna so Riku could win. Ah, got ya. I need to go back and study that, to be honest. The other thing I want to test is Tidus without SOS. Although without SOS actually in talk, he's going to get fuck all turns, to be honest. Yeah, I do need to go back, LG, actually, and double check the winning attempt. Basically, if you summon Yuna, Tidus would have the next turn. If she hadn't, when the summon leaves, it will be Tidus' turn. Okay.
I won't lose.
So what you're saying is, if I summon here, so what you're saying is, if I mix here, instead of wing hourglass, it's not a bad shout. Yeah, we can try that. Or and then supreme, or is that? It just depends. I guess it depends if those two aren't in. Let's just try this. I guess it depends. If they're not in haste, then what do their turn orders look like? Yeah, it might be that it's not enough turns. I got ya. Maybe the Supreme Gem, you know. That fucking delay, man. If only if it didn't have delay. Maybe double overdrive, you know. Although, trying to... I think I've got to get through 4 attacks. Good to see you back, Big Baby J. Hope recovery's going well, man. Right, let's just shield, see if we can buy some more time. Oh, tanked it like a beast. Yeah. See, the problem is, to get it into second phase, we need Yuna out. And when it comes back to the characters, Yuna's in the firing line with one of his attacks. So, your return will be legendary. Yeah. BBJ 30 on the way back, on the return. I think that we're just delaying the inevitable here. So if I dismiss here, do we get a Tidus turn? No, we don't. For some reason he gets a turn.
You won't beat me this time.
For some reason he gets a turn there afterwards. I either don't know the CTB well enough, or something's or the delay is messing up the CTB. Yeah, I know, that's how it's supposed to work. Maybe, though, it's because of the delay. Yeah, maybe it's the delay. Yeah, it's either we need Gariffian or I need to figure out a better strategy. I've got a feeling though, the usual strat plus... you see, we got no... I think the usual strat plus tanking may be the way to go. So using the Supreme strat, I think we're just going to get the sword swipe here. Yep, GG. Unless we miss, which is not likely to happen. Okay. Yeah, you're right, LG. It basically needs to go down like the following. We either need a Riku item to get it into the second phase, and then Tidus and a summon, or Tidus and Lulu, or Tidus and Riku. I guess who do we need in haste? We need Tidus, and he's got SOS. We need Riku, she's got auto haste. Because there's an opportunity for us to... Okay, I tell you what, I'm actually going to try just kicking him out of SOS for a sec. And who else can have SOS? Let's just give you SOS. I think we tried this though last time. Tidus not in SOS. I just don't think he gets enough turns. Like, Talk is just ridiculously slow for some reason. I guess we need to get her in and out, though. That's the thing. Right, let's just hear me out on this one. I just want to try. I want to see what it's like without Tidus in SOS. Just remind myself. What I'm going to double check here is two things. Is not using haste, but using hourglass. Oh, so they do get a turn afterwards. I love to see intelligence at work. I think you're looking on the wrong stream. Big Baby J. It gets 2 turns because we're not hasted. What the fuck? Okay, so let's talk.
I won't lose.
He might just get an attack in here. I think I've tried too many things here. I reckon if Tidus had SOS here, SOS haste. Yeah, I think he'd get a turn. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the drawing board here. So Tidus must have haste. It's whether or not someone else, we could utilise maybe someone else in SOS haste that we need to get in and out. We've got intelligence, but not much of it. Okay. So you must have this, so that's fine. Yeah, let's just dive in and just see what the what that actually looks like then. Yeah, Tidus needs haste. So without haste there, and with Riku using Hourglass, does that affect the CTV? No, it doesn't. Right.
I won't lose.
So I'm wondering if we can bring Riku in now and do a haste, but then again, we're still... Are we still in the same position? These pagodas seem ridiculously quick as well. Otherwise, we're spunking both. Yeah, we're having to spunk both talks early on.
You won't beat me this time.
Because they're still not in haste, you see. That's the problem. Well, Tidus is. And that's what's good about using the Chocobo ring first thing, because it gets Tidus, Yuna and Auron all in haste. We haven't really got to worry about the pagodas at the moment. We're just basically getting Auron into SOS, into haste here. No, she doesn't get a turn there. And does Hourglass give the same amount of turns though? Yeah, I think it puts us in this position. It might be that we lose a turn, you see. So we're already messed up here because we've used... Have we used both talks? I think we've used both talks already. So the only thing for us to... I think we've used both talks. I'm going to try and talk. Ah, yeah, that's the third talk. No, good to know. It only does 833. No, okay, let's go for another attempt. I feel like we've got to start with the wing because it basically lets Yuna and Auron keep up with BFA's turns. But what I'm thinking is, it's where we've used the Supreme Gem before to get rid of the pagodas. Maybe we can just use a Silver Hourglass to delay them. And the reason being is then we might be able to sneak in a power break with Auron and have enough turns to bring in Yuna and Kimahri to tank 2 attacks. Maybe. So I'm going to go for another attempt at the tank strat. Tell you what, let's put this Defending Bracer on, but I'm just gonna get rid of those 2 abilities as if we've gone to once. So let's just sack them 2 off. No, not that one. It's that one. Okay, so we've got a 4-slot armor for Auron. I think I'm comfortable with that with Kimahri. We can just edit this one for Yuna. Soft ring, 4 slots. That's fine. Because we know we can get that from one of the fins. This, we're just going to have to give him that and then customise. SOS haste. We could use something like SOS protect actually on Auron. Tactician is 20% OD, right? Overdrive modes. Let's have a look. What are you thinking, LG? Tactician is 16%, so it takes what? 6.5 clicks? 6.25, yeah, so basically 7 turns or Sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow zombie, power break, magic break, armor break, mental break, threat, provoke, and doom. Sufferer is 16. I think Victor and Hero and Avenger are the only ones that are 20 plus. And obviously Comrade. Can't believe Daredevil was dropped to 5%. Yeah, maybe we go with Comrade. Okay, back to the setup. So, you're good. We can customise for you. I think you're probably good for now. Let's give Lulu something neutral. So we've done Tidus. We've got to do Yuna. I'm thinking the best thing for Yuna is this and auto protect, and then if we get ourselves enough lunar curtains, we can give a marching ring, and for Auron we can give him Stone Ward. Hang on, let's do Kamari's first, so we know what we've got to work with. Because obviously we can't give Kamari any protection against petrification, but we can damn right give him some additional HP. So we've got HP 20 to play with, and then none of them are any good. Maybe we can give him SOS Protect, actually. Right, Soft Bracer, so don't know how we're going to tank up Auron here. So we'll give him this, we'll give him this, and we'll give him this. That'll just have to do. Tank Nurse, tank him, tank him. So with SOS Overdrive, it's 97%. Never mind then. Oh, I mean, I think we tried Chaos Grenade before, but it might be worth trying it at some other point. Do you think Chaos Grenade, the Overdrive gained from Chaos Grenade, those stacks, LG? Because I think we can give him all four what's-her-names. We can give him all 4 breaks, maybe. I don't think we can give him slow, but we can give him poison. We might be able to give him silence. So does it stack like that, or is it kind of just one? Is it one like 16%, or is it a lot of 16% because we've given him multiple? It doesn't stack, no. That's a shame. Right, let's give you this. I don't think the weapons are any good. What I need to do, though, is give Yuna a very powerful staff to make sure that we can heal through shell. So we can buy this from once. Only goes up once per enemy. Got you. We might as well just give her that. Okay. Right, I'm going to put the sensor on for this. If we need to mess about with HP, we can. We may as well give Bahamut an overdrive. I don't know where we get his overdrive, though, if I'm honest. I don't know how. Maybe we get it versus Sin. Somehow. Alright, let's go another attempt. Right, so we established last time that we must use a Chocobo wing here in order for Auron and Yuna to keep up with VFA now. We'll go into the first talk as usual.
I won't lose.
Yes, you will, mate. Now, we've got 3 turns here, though. So, here's where I'm thinking. Here's where we used to, I believe, bring in Lulu. And try and buy a turn, but seems like we can't buy a turn. So, I think we just bring in Yuna. Yeah, let's swap with Yuna. So we'll try and get a silver hourglass on these now. And if we could try and tank the attacks while he's in power break. So here's where we buy a turn. And I think this is where we use the hourglass. Now, what do we do here? Can we buy a turn? We can, but that's just... that turn is just going to be a bit shit. So we could talk with Tidus.
Beat me this time.
So if we use an overdrive, Riku has to survive a turn, which is not going to happen. Even with like the best, armor, I doubt Riku would be able to survive the attacks. Like auto shell, auto protect, HP plus 30, stone proof. I doubt she would be able to survive. So the problem is, if we use an overdrive here, Riku doesn't have then an overdrive to give us trio. The next turn, Lulu can take him into the second phase, and let's go for a trio here. She get a turn with Supreme. You mean there? Oh, come on, Yuna, for fuck's sake. I need a turn after. Not there. What about you? No, you're too slow. Now you don't get a turn at all. What's that about? You don't get a turn. Just defended there. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if it misses Riku. It's going to be fucking lethal, but... I think I'm probably missing like 1 or 2 turns. Come on, check beam. Okay, that's a good outcome. This is potentially a victory here. No, I ain't got enough turns. I think 2 talks are gone. Let me just go back in the footage. Yeah, I think we've done both talks. I don't think actually. Let me just have a check. Because the one way we do this is we use a slice and dice on this. Although that's not fucking enough. Jesus Christ. So then we get another turn now. Well, we use a Blitz Ace on this. Bear with me, I'm just going back. So he gets healed by the pagodas. Okay, that's where Jet Beam hit Yuna. We used the second talk on the turn Riku used Trio. Okay. I guess what it depends on is how many turns Riku gets. I mean, that was what, a 67% chance, man. Because I'm sure Palm Strike would have killed them. So we're into phase 2 and 2 characters have got a turn. Very interesting. I mean, if we can use a Lulu Overdrive here and we can use 2 water gems, then it's GG. Just depends on how many water gems Riku can get off. Oh shit, I just thought, you're right, LG. I think the only reason we would use a what's her name, does she get another turn? No, she doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the theory. Lulu gets first, but that's with the Supreme Gem. I think we only use a Silver Hourglass if we're looking to tank it somewhere. If we're looking to tank his attacks. I think that's the only reason, because we must use an Auron Power Break. Although there again, even the Supreme Gem will actually be better. Yeah, there's no way of us of winning here. Take that. Take that, BFA. You fucking sword swipe. So I think we've got two strats. We've got... My God, it's snowing here. I think we've got two strats. We've got kill the pagodas. In fact, let's try killing the pagodas and try and set up the team to tank. Because I remember there's two attacks. And we need to be able to set up for both of those attacks to be tanked. So I'm going to go with the tank strat again. It's weather. It's weather. I just thought... Because if we can get a Supreme Gem off, is there any way that Riku can survive the attacks? Can she survive a Force Palm Strike with loads more HP and auto protect and auto... I think she can survive a Jet Beam with auto shell, but she's going to get petrified, so... And I don't think she's got enough turns actually to swap into that. Because the question is, where do we trio? Do we trio really early on before the talks? Maybe that's what we need to do. I'm just going to dive in. I'm just going to check something. Doing an early trio. Or are we doing it as early as we can here? Because maybe if we do an early trio, we haven't got time to do a Supreme. In normal NSG, she basically needs to protect 5 cheers and defend to survive 1. So she basically needs... I mean, 5 cheers is basically another protect layer. So she needs protect, defend... Right, let's try wing first. It's a shame that... I just had a thought. Is there a way we can tank this turn? So if we tank them all up, is there a way we can... Oh, he was even in defend. And he did 12-26. I don't think there's a way we can defend that turn, you see. So we've still got a spare what's her name here, you know. So you can maybe survive with protect and defend alone. Yeah, but she's going to abuse trio, so... I think she's got to be able to survive 2 attacks. which just is not likely. It's just not going to happen. So Kimari would have been Tidus. Can I give Kimari 1 HP here? So this is what I'm talking about. It's this phase. If that was Tidus, we'd be out of talks, but would we be in a position where we can't give Yuna auto haste? We have no ability to give Yuna auto haste, but she would be in haste. So in order to get through the first round, it's either got to be 2 Aeon, 2 Bahamut Overdrives and some attacks. And then we sacrifice a character, which I'm not planning to do. Or we do this route. I think we've got to be able to tank. We've got to get to this position and tank those 2 attacks there. That one boss and that second boss. Right. I'm going to do the tank strat, but I'm also going to do the supreme strat. Because you're right, LG. Lulu's got to be in the front line to be trioed. It's when do we trio? I think the trio, like the delay from trio is like fucking us up, basically. What about SOS Haste instead of Tidus? SOS Haste on Yuna, I mean. She's in... The problem with not using a Chocobo Wing on the first turn is that Auron doesn't get hasted. And he basically doesn't get a turn. It's the fact that we start with a fucking fixed party, man. Pisses me off. Oh, just bear with me, I'm getting some calls. Sorry. Right, let's get back to it. SOS that haste on Yuna. Isn't she already in haste though? Or are you talking about using that first turn to use a silver hourglass instead of a Chocobo Wing? I guess like I said though, Auron doesn't get into haste. So if anything... If anything, is it Auron that we need in SOS Haste? Is he the only one without SOS Haste? No, he's got it. Fuck it, let's just try that. We might as well. We've tried everything else. I'm just going to try something. I probably need to do half of this on offline. So he's in SOS. We can just give him, that'll do. I suppose, can we tank you up now? I don't think Auron is ever getting a turn with haste. Oh, let's see, because we can use a talk with Tidus. No, it's not the first turn. It's the turn after Tidus uses talk. Does he get a turn there without haste? My theory is yes, because he's in SOS haste. Fucking 780, man. That's decent. So let's give her the big magic staff. I think we need to consider every permutation of this battle. We need to do like quantum battling. Now Yuna can't beat a tank, so it doesn't matter what she is in. I don't think. And we just give you this. You've got stone proof, so who's the third one? Who's the third tank here? With... is it Waka with Stone Ward? Or is it going to have to be Kimari? It's almost like we need... Alright, I'm not even bothered. I just want to test whether Auron gets a turn in without... because what I'm guessing what we could do, maybe, is... here, is instead of using Chocobo Wing, do we throw the Supreme Gem early on? So let's try the Supreme Gem mega early. Right, so it's Jet Beam or we're fucked basically, LG.
I won't lose.
Got you. Tidus doesn't get a second turn there. That is ridiculous. But. I've got a plan. Can I get in? Right. Oh, I didn't equip him with the right... oh no, I did. Is he missing some health? Yes, he is. 740. Okay. Would that have killed Bodyguard? Yes, it would have, if he wasn't in defend. I actually don't like this camera angle, by the way. There's something, I'm cooking something here, you know. I don't know what it is, but I'm cooking on something here.
You won't beat me this time.
Ah, yeah, Mighty Guard's an option actually. You know, I guess I wanted to avoid Mighty Guard, but yeah, he's got a haste, has he? Is there a way we can... No, but we can heal the boys and get another turn in with Riku. Okay, at least the pagodas are back. Let's defend. Defend. 572. Okay, so we got no more power break. At some point you're going to need trio on Lulu and Tidus. Yeah, I get it. The reason for the defense mode is to try and get a situation where I can get 3 characters in. So we're out of talks now, I think. Can we nab a heal? With no, okay. What the fuck, man? Kamari is so far down. It's never going to work, I suppose, if... Okay, this is a good outcome. That's a bad outcome. To be honest, I think I've fucking lost all understanding of the strat. I think the best strat at the moment was what we had about 15 minutes ago. I think the only way we're going to be able to summon is if... I've got a feeling... No, let me restart. I've got a feeling we can't do this deathless. I've also got a feeling, though, that the only way we win is if we finish it off with Bahamut. Because the Palm Strike, the delay from Palm Strike is fucking us over. And like you said, LG, not everyone has... oh my god, it's like a winter wonderland. Not everyone has haste. Having Tidus, though, in haste, being able to tank attacks, you just need an incredible amount of luck. It's because the amount of times we deviate off. Let me try something. Let me try the usual strat. I want to get to a position where the pagodas are gone. We've got 3 characters. We've got 3 turns. And I want to see if there's any way we can bring in 3 tanks to tank those 2 bloody attacks. Yeah, it definitely, you're right, it's the rush strat. I agree. It's only because when we defeated him on New Year's Day, you gave me hope and you said the Deathless Strat is there. And I believed. Could maybe bring in Kimari there. Haste and bring in Kimari here. And do a Mighty Guard. If we did for Hyper Vitality. Yep, loads. Trouble is, we never see Kimari again. 1, 2, 3. He's not even on the fucking CTB. So Kimari Mighty Guard is out the question. The Deathless Strat was there. I think the Deathless Strat is what we've been doing. We've just got to figure out. Yeah. Trouble is, it targeted Yuna, and the way we won in that time was to bring the summon in.
I won't lose.
Okay, so that's talk 1. Now we've got 3. So we must do the Supreme Gem. Okay, so they're both stopped. Can we bring in Yuna here? Why does she get a weird turn there? Why does Auron get a weird turn in there? I need someone with half decent agility. No. Okay, not easily because you have the armour for it. With Hyper Vitality and Protect, first phase is easily survivable, but survivable nonetheless. I've got defense plus, I've got loads of HP to play with, I've got auto protect. Yeah, check items. Okay, we'll do a bit of a restock after this. So is there a combination? I guess we can summon here, or do we need to somehow tank that turn, or use that turn somehow for something? No, I don't want to do Mega Flare. That's too many attacks. No check items and look at CTB. I mean, 3,000, 2,500. Is that it? So the pagodas are gone. Right, a Jet Beam here might save the run. No, Force Palm. Maybe if we got off a Power Break, we'd be able to survive a lot more turns there. Have we done the... Have we done the second talk here?
You won't beat me this time. time.
Yeah, we have got to talk. But we've only got Tidus and Yuna. Why is Rika so fucking slow in this? Can I be in any position where I tank the next attack with any sort of setup? So let's say he was in the right setup. Because Bahamut died, did the CTB actually work as I thought it would? It did, but he'd used a Force Palm Strike once, and he'd used Jet Beam. No, he didn't. He used 2 Force Palm Strikes. Yeah, he just used slaps. I'm wondering, you know, it's when to use trio, you know. I don't think we're going to do this Deathless. I think it's impossible. Right. Is there anything I can tank Auron and Yuna up with that would allow them to survive? So let's just say Yuna is in 617 health. Okay, let's say she's got Shell Protect. Okay, Auron is let's just try this. I went back and checked. Your tick speed was max when you summoned. Maybe that is when... yes. Maybe that's when we summon. Oh, it just so happened to have pick on Riku. Fuck's sake. Okay. Right, let's set them up. Got an idea. Let's do max prep. So we got some tanks. We're protected. We're going to do the full Supreme Gem strat. We're going to summon. I'm going to try and get in, here's a thought, a power break before we summon though. And I feel like Stoneproof is probably the best thing here with Yuna. Whacker's just fucking useless for this fight. Reason I say this, even with delay, Bahamut gets a turn after the second slap. He does. Maybe we... Maybe with a power break, though, he can survive. Maybe with a power break, he can survive and be able to get a second overdrive if we grand summoned, maybe. Okay, let's get everyone tanked up. So, right, Yuna 4 slots. I'm just going to clear Oran's just in case we've got something for him. Kimara's is fine. Riku, I think we're going to... is there anything we can do with Riku? Is there any possible way we can tank with Riku? Ah, we need to give that Stoneproof one some 4 slots. Okay. Right, let's get customizing. So we have to give Tidus this. Yuna, we're just going to go with max magic. Yeah, it might be Bahamut sack, you know. Which I don't want to do, but it is what it is, man. I'd rather do Aeon sack than character sack. But getting through phase 1 with Bahamut may be the key to all of this. So we also need some Lunas. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's do Kimari's first. Kimari's so fucking slow, it's untrue. Maybe we give... Maybe we tank up Whacker instead. This no shock. Maybe we tank up Whacker instead. Defense plus 10. What's going to be more? More health or more I reckon more health than that. Actually, Whacker's got a lot better agility than Kimari has. Yeah, it could be a possibility, you know. Okay, you're good. You need tanking. So what do we give him? No, that's the thing. So we can't give him any more HP. Do we give him magic defense? No, we give him stone ward, actually, that's the thing. Off the bat. Maybe SOS protect. What's Whacker got? Defense plus 10. So, some magic defense maybe. And... maybe just some more magic defense. Or some more defense. It's not going to be a lot, but... and what about Yuna's weapon? She's got the shining staff, okay. So it's likely that Kimari is not going to find himself in this fight. So you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're not going to be used. You're good. You're good. You're good, but you're vulnerable. It's where do we get that second Bahamut overdrive, you know? Because we can summon, we get a better tick. And do we have to... Okay, let's play that by ear. I think there's a potential, if we can get a power break off before we summon, Bahamut can survive enough to be able to get a second overdrive. Right, let's start with the wing as usual. It's a shame we've got to here. Fucking dark attack. He's not susceptible to dark, is he? So if we did use Mighty Guard, remind me. We don't see Kimari again on the CTB, so I think a talk is 100% necessary there.
I won't lose.
Right, is this where we do the Shining Gem? The Supreme Gem? We're going to try this, because usually this is where we bring Lulu in and do a swap, and maybe or maybe not get an overdrive. It's a shame Yuna doesn't get a turn there, you know. Because what we could do is talk and then summon Bahamut. And basically get a free turn. Is this where we need to summon LG? That's the question. Or is this where we need to do trio? Or is this where we need to tank? this where we is this where we summon? Because she's got so he's got a power break. There's no pagodas. If we were to 1, 2 attacks, but Riku is a sitting duck there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, 300. That's good. Can we get in? No, we can't. So if we can get a talking. They've come back like literally 1 turn, 2, not enough. Where do we summon? Where do we use trio and where do we summon? Only someone got a fucking turn in there. I mean, we could bring in 2 tanks. We could bring in Waka, and we could bring in Auron to try and tank the attack. Or we could summon. Lacking a sensor here. So do we summon? If we grand summon, we can maybe get a Bahamut Overdrive off. Okay. Right, we can get an overdrive off here, and it's in power break. So technically, we should be able to survive enough attacks here. Maybe to just get in Bahamut that second overdrive. Oh, 24,000 as well. That's fucking like literally my max roll. Come on, stay away, pagodas. Stay away. Jet beam's good. Osmos is good. Come on, give me a turn. Right, Right, left pagoda moves, that's good. 5 attacks. Come on, get a turn, Bahamut. We can still survive 1/4 palm strike, I think. Let's just try this. Okay, so the pagodas go. That's fine. Jet overdrive. My faithful servant. So we've soaked the sword swipe. Okay, I'm alright with that. Why do the fucking pagodas have to come back now? There's no way. I just don't know when to use Trio with Riku, you see. Right, he's just going to use, what's the name now? We ain't got any talks left, have we? No. No. Sword swipe, okay, GG. Oh, okay. We've got a couple of options then. We've outlined a few options today. I think I'm going to wrap it up, folks, for tonight. It's been about nearly 2 hours. It's absolutely pelting with snow, so I've got to go and sort stuff out in the house. Apologies. If you have joined me in the chat, great to have you with us as always. LG, my man, great to see you, buddy. And appreciate the love and support as usual. We are cooking up a couple of options though, so I might do some offline testing and see if we can make any headway with this, just to see maybe when the most optimized way of getting Trio off, because I think that's the thing that's fucking us up, you know. Unless there's a possibility of us, it's like we need to get Trio off. We need to get Auron in, we need a power break on, we need to then get Yuna in, we need to get Bahamut to take care of Jet in the first phase, either get it dismissed or get it to die, and then also then have Tidus and Lulu come in, or Tidus and Riku have a turn to get the victory in the second phase. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We'll be back anyway over the weekend likely, and look out for the Kimahri Solo Challenge. That is nearly edited and will be on the way this week. Catch you all on the next one. Appreciate the love and support. Take care. Bye for now.